Well, Auglaize County Administrator Erica Preston is in to give us some updates on Auglaize County. So welcome, Erica.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's talk about, first of all, budgeting. That's always a big deal.
It is a big deal. And the budget process, I always say it's a living, breathing thing. But right now we're in the process of budget hearings, which is where we meet with every department and talk about needs for the coming year. So we're on a calendar year budget, fiscal year. So really by January 1st, we have to have everything ready to go. So now we're talking to each department to say, what are your needs for next year?
Right, exactly. And a lot of people kind of wonder where that money comes from. So how does that work?
Sure. So for the General Revenue Fund, which is our big main fund in the county, our bread and butter is our sales tax. So 60% of our General Revenue Fund revenue is from our sales tax, which we did just get our 0.5% permissive passed. So thank you to all those voters out there. So that's critical, right, to operate the General Revenue Fund. So that's where we see a lot of our revenue coming from. We do have our interest income, property tax, local government funds, casino revenue, all kind of comes together. That's just for general revenue. And then we have those special revenue funds, grant funding, engineer's office, that are all different kind of funds, dog warden outside of that. So there's different pots of money, but all needs to be spread and balanced as we go through the budget. Yeah,
it's a lot of work, to be honest with you, when you think about it. But, I'm guessing that you have to have certain entities just, this is where the money has to go, right off the bat.
Sure. I mean, a good example of that is our sheriff's office, right? There are only 24/7 operational. We need to make sure that when someone gets a call and they need emergency services, it's there, right? So that means we have to have equipment that is upgraded and kept up to par, all those things, and really technology as well. We know there's going to always be a big technology budget that's needed as we live in a world where cybersecurity becomes ever growing.
Right, and always changing as well.
Without a doubt.
So, exactly. So, what about any updates that, people can be excited about for Auglaize County? There's always some sort of updates.
There are always, updates. And, sometimes there's the joke in the office because we're having demo and brownfield grants that are continually coming from the state that Auglaize County's been capitalizing on, that I like to take things down, but I like to take things down so that we can rebuild, right? So we are kind of getting close to some of those big, exciting projects. I know we had talked about the former county nursing home had reverted back to the county. They're doing the asbestos abatement now, and then that will be coming down and be primed for redevelopment.
Oh, fantastic! So that was a big building, to be honest with you, a big piece of land.
Yes.
So it's good that it's going to be used for something.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And we know we've talked about it being repurposed for like kind use. So that's going to be super exciting that we're going to see that end of this year, beginning of next year, really starting.
All right. So any other things that you can kind of let out of the bag that maybe?
I don't know that there's any big exciting budget things. We're about halfway through. But we're not seeing any huge ask for next year, which is always good.
Yeah.
Makes things easier. We'll have some new elected officials and some elections that are happening. One of our judges is aged out, so you'll see that election happening in 2026. So with those kind of changes, there might be changes that we see just naturally happening in those offices as well.
All right. Well, fantastic. Erica, thank you so much for coming on and always giving us some great updates for Auglaize County. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, don't go away because medical news is coming up next.